We all love the sound of money, and a $1,500 sign-on bonus sounds even better. That's right, Bellisio Foods of Jackson is offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus to new employees. Receive an extra $100 your first 6 weeks, then $400 after day 90, and $500 after day 180. Don't wait. Apply online at BellicioFoods.com/careers today. That's BellicioFoods.com/careers. Come work for a company who truly values their employees. Come work for Bellicio Foods.
Well, good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Welcome to another edition of The Morning Show right here on Main Street TV. Of course, Jennifer here to start off the morning with a very, very special guest, and we're going to be talking about all things American Legion today. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Vinton County Fair kicked off yesterday, actually kind of over the weekend, but officially yesterday. Today is Tuesday, so after we talk with our friend here, we'll tell you a little bit about what's going on at the fair. And you have any animals up the fair this year?
Not me.
No? Okay.
But I enjoy going and watching them.
I know, they're so fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
So my favorites are, James has had to hear this numerous times, but I'm just digging these turkeys now that they're doing because they're huge. And they have to walk them around with a cane.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
They're hilarious.
Yeah.
They're so fun.
Jen's least favorite's the chickens.
Yeah, so we interviewed a chicken at the Jackson County Fair, and his name was Pete, and he pooped. So
Right
Pete
on
pooped on
TV.
us. all over, didn't he? The poor girl holding him, it was real bad. But anyway, so I digress. But anyway, welcome to the program. Would you introduce yourself? Tell everyone who you are.
I am Marshall Beatty. I'm here representing the Jefferson Howe post of the American Legion.
Well, welcome to the program, and we're so happy to have you here. And you guys have some special stuff coming up that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
But Mr. Beatty, could you explain a little bit about what the American Legion, is, and maybe how it came to be, and then we'll talk about ours specifically here in Jackson.
Okay. The WW1 veterans are the one that started the American Legion.
Okay.
With a dime drive in the city of Jackson up on Main Street, a lot of the veterans and their kids and stuff would collect dimes. The city owned the property where the memorial building is,
Okay.
but the American Legion got the money to build the building. It's how it got started.
And that makes a lot of sense because, and you may or may not remember this, but when I was a little girl, there was a little baton group called the Legionnettes, and I was in the Legionnettes growing up, and we practiced up above the memorial building, and I believe that's on the top floor, and I believe that's where the Legion was. I'm now putting two and two together.
Yes, and the reason they left that building was as a veteran, the WW1, the WW2 veterans and the Korean War veterans got older. They couldn't go up them steps. There's no elevator.
There was a lot of stuff. Yeah, they should have thought about that while they were collecting dimes, huh?
But,
Just if they'd only collected a few more dimes.
yeah, they could have an easy ride.
That's right. Still be there today. But no, seriously. So they built that building off of collecting dimes, and
They built that building off collecting dimes.
was it originally built for the Legion or for the city or for both?
It was for both. I remember growing up as a kid here that it was the library
Oh,
and other things until they built a
Really?
new library.
okay.
So,
Isn't that wild?
yeah,
A lot of purposes there at the memorial building.
yeah. And I remember going to Kinnison, and they would take us and march us up to the memorial building so we could play basketball in the auditorium in the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, for
It's-
sure.
Because we didn't have no place at Kinnison to do this kind of thing.
Isn't that funny? Now, did you go to Kinnison School then?
Yes.
So did I.
I went there in my second grade year, and then my dad moved us over into the Fisher edition, and I went to lick school.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so we have that in common, don't we? So the American Legion began clear back. I mean, my goodness, that had to be several years ago.
Next year, if I ain't mistaken, next year is our 100th year. Of
Holy
being in.
moly.
And this is why I don't want to see this post just disappear.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of history involved, and we got to represent all these veterans way back,
Yes.
plus today.
Plus our current veterans.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And we do things at the hospital, at the VA hospital. We'll help them with that. And like we have discussed about the children here in Jackson, that is our main issue as veterans. I want to give back.
Sure.
Our kids need an education. They need sports. Let's get all us vets get together. Let's get them in sports and stuff. Make a better community out of Jackson.
I love that you're thinking that way. That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, that's how veterans think. It ain't about me.
No.
We are a team.
If it was about you, you wouldn't be a veteran, right?
Yeah, right. It's all teamwork.
Sure.
And that's how the military, we got a chain of command. These younger veterans, you need to join. We need your experience, your leadership. As they went up through rank, they controlled people. They knew how to talk to people. It wasn't getting out hatred or anything. It was just, you had this job to do, you do it.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I had fun in there. I served in the United States Navy.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. And I have seen a lot of this world. But the greatest thing was just serving.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, I had. Like I said, I visited many countries. I learned a lot. And I come back home here to Jackson. And I want to help my city in any way I can.
That's definitely thinking like a veteran.
Yeah. But it cheers you up when you're in there in a meeting with your fellow vets and we're talking about raising money for scholarships and stuff. Yeah, we need to help these kids. And
Yeah.
we get into it.
Love that.
Yeah.
So, the American Legion, what are your goals? What do you guys and girls, because girls obviously
Yeah.
women can join too. What are the things that you stand for?
We stand for honor. That was taught to us in the military. When we go in, we salute the flags and stuff. We have a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to be, it's been getting heated because of the post, and I won't lie about that. But it's all because we're wanting to give back. And with the coronavirus and all the stuff that hit,
Yeah.
now we have no income. And we need younger ideas on how to grow this post.
Okay.
And as you know, the building's for sale.
Mm-hmm. I did see that.
But there's no parking up there.
Okay.
So the sale of the building is not the post. The post is the veterans.
It's just you'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll go somewhere else and then
Sure.
grow
Okay.
and get a better building and do better things.
Yeah. And make it a little bit easier access to everybody that shows up to the meetings.
Exactly.
and things,
That's what would, because Paul McGee is a member out there. He's 94 years old.
Wow.
Now, if he ain't got a level place to walk, how's he going to get?
That gets a little treacherous, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know George Ketchum.
Yes.
What's George? 80, 83, 84?
I'm not. I know George. I'm not telling on him.
He can be mad at me. But, yeah. But that's what we discussed in the meeting. And that's why they asked me. I brought up the idea of trying to reach the younger veterans, and they asked me to do this.
Sure.
And I said, Yep. It's my duty. I'll do it. I'll have fun doing it.
There you go. And here you are. So we're
Yeah.
happy to have you here today.
Oh, I'm glad you had me here.
Yeah, of course. You can come back anytime. You're fun.
Okay.
So this one here is a troublemaker. Tell the story about your cake.
Oh, the girls out to
He
the
got in
church,
all kind of trouble at church.
they made a devil's food cake for a dinner we was having. And we got a row out there that's kind of mischief, and I held the box and read it, and it said devil's food cake. So I said, girls, what are you doing to us? Feeding us devil food cake.
I mean, it's a fair question in a church. I agree with you on that.
Oh, but it brought a lot of laughs out.
If only it didn't taste so darn good, right?
Yeah. And I'm a diabetic, and they're tempting me.
That's why it's called devil's food cake, right?
Yeah.
See how much fun you can have at the American Legion?
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of food, I just remembered a story just popped in my head. Maybe you know this. I remember a couple summers ago, I went out to the American Legion. You guys were having a like a bean dinner or some kind of fundraiser dinner.
Yes.
And we went out there, and you guys, you had to postpone it because whoever had gone to pick up the food, the tray had fallen off the back seat of their car. And food had spilled everywhere.
No, did that really happen?
Yeah, I believe that happened to my little brother's wife.
Oh no!
Because he was the cook out there cooking steaks on the grill.
Oopsie.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's some mischief things that happen out there, I suppose.
And you're not part of any of them, right?
Ringleader.
Love that. No wonder you're here today. No, that sounds like a lot of fun. So the American Legion, you were talking about scholarships. Could you talk about that for a moment? Because you're very interested in giving back to the youth of the community.
Yes. We have scholarships that we give to boys and girls.
Okay.
And that's what we raise money for. We used to have bingo and stuff like that. And that's how we made our money, to give back to the city. It wasn't for use for us. It was money we wanted to give to our children. And this is very important for the younger veterans to think about. Their kids are going to be growing up. They're going to need college and other things. And
Yep.
they can help support it. You don't have to pay it all by yourself. We do it together as a group and raise money for it.
You know, I can tell you're so selfless, and that's part of being in the military. And so that way of thinking does not surprise me that comes from you. But yeah, so scholarships. So you do like yearly scholarships, or how does
Yes.
that work?
Every year we've tried to set money aside for scholarships, along with the sports programs and other things that we're trying to establish. Like we had the American Legion baseball team
Yep.
and stuff like that. It's helping our community, even when they're young kids.
Yep.
We got to reach out and help them grow up and be the future leaders of our town.
Well, and I think that you all can be quite a role models for them, you know, with your military service and seeing what all you have seen and done over the years. Wouldn't be a bad influence on a youngster.
No, that to me is the most important asset that America has,
Sure.
is its youth. Everybody talks about this, that. Nah, it ain't money. It ain't this. It's our kids.
They're our future, right?
Yes. And that's what we got to invest in.
Love
And,
that.
yeah, just an old man's thoughts.
No, I love your thoughts. Your thoughts are great.
But seeing a kid happy out there playing sports, what better thrill is there?
That's true.
I've watched them when they was little playing soccer and stuff, and they couldn't even kick a ball. But man, you gotta laugh.
Oh, I know. They're so fun. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah,
Going the wrong way, and it's okay.
Yeah,
Scored a goal for the other team. It's okay.
they're great at it.
Yep.
But I'm trying to reach our younger veterans. I want them to come to our post this August 11th
Okay.
because we're going to have elections. That's when all of our office will be filled
Okay.
with new leadership. And it's very important that they come to this meeting, and maybe we can elect them to be our leaders.
Sure.
They'll take us down new roads.
Wouldn't that be fun? And bring devil's food cake, then you'll really be in.
Oh, yeah.
We might have started something with that. Oh, so funny. So, what are the requirements to be a member of the American Legion?
All you have to serve nowadays, we discussed this in the last meeting, 1 day of military service. You don't have to be in any combat. You can be any branch, even the new Space Force.
Yes.
If any of you have got out of that, you can be a member of the American Legion today.
Very good.
And I discussed, in my day, I'm a Vietnam era veteran.
Okay.
When we got out, we was told you can't join because the Vietnam War wasn't a war, it was a conflict at that time.
Okay.
Well, this is, but then it suddenly changed. And I think it's changed for the veterans. Everyone is accepted. And I especially want to reach out to the women of the military service.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cousin. She is a chief petty officer. She's in South Carolina right now. That has retired from the Navy. And I know a lot of women in this area have served with honor.
Oh, absolutely.
And we need your leadership. We do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because women, are obviously going to bring in a different perspective than men. So it's really good to get a bunch of different folks working together, and you can have a lot of fresh ideas.
Yes, and they'll know more about, like if we do get a new post, maybe there's something we can build where they can watch the kids while they're doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like a playpen or something, a play area
Yeah.
that's fenced off where they can't get hurt. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But I know kids.
Well, I know you, and I think that you're just as bad.
Yes. I'm a big kid.
Just as ornery.
Yeah, that's my idea. And women have a lot, like you just discussed, a lot of leadership skills that men don't have.
Mm-hmm. We're better multitaskers, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they've worked in offices and other things, and they know how management goes.
Yes.
This is a skill that's needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And today they served in combat roles. So the American Legion is open to you women. You can be commander. Come out August 11th.
Yeah, no, and I think that that's very important to understand that it's all inclusive. So it's all inclusive of anybody that served 1 day in the military. Women, men, dogs, cats, whatever. Come on out and just join the post.
Yeah, and we can have dinner, whatever you decide. I've even thought about, younger veterans and stuff. Maybe it's video chat.
Yeah.
Because I do that with the VA hospital with doctors at times.
Sure.
If you can't be at a meeting, maybe we can set up a video chat.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
But whatever these younger veterans, they're more computer than me. I need that kind of assistance.
Well, you need someone to show you, right?
Yes.
You can show them a thing or two. They can show you a thing or two. That's how it works.
Yeah. And I know from my grandkids, they'll come in and they'll pick up my notebook and say, "Here, Grandpa, this straightened it up."
Well, someone's got to try to keep you in line.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. They say, "Grandpa, you messed it up." Well, all I was trying to do was look up this Bible verse.
And devil's food cake recipe.
And my granddaughter's the first one to correct me.
That's what granddaughters do.
But I just, if these younger members don't, the younger veterans don't come to our post, it will disappear eventually
Yeah.
within a year.
We don't want that.
I think we can manage maybe another year out of it,
Mhm.
but that's going to be squeaking by.
Yeah, and we can't have that happen. So if you are a veteran, so here's the deal: meetings once a month.
Yeah,
How long they last? Hour?
from 7 o'clock. Usually we're out of there by 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
And they can, if we get another building, they can set it up however they want, whatever, have game systems, whatever. My neighbor was telling me that her college student got on one of the game systems. They had a thing there at the college where they actually had a contest and won money over these games.
Oh yeah, it's a big
So-
deal. Can you believe it?
Yeah, and I'm going, huh? She was telling me this last night, and I'm going, this is what we need.
Love that.
Yeah, I might even get into that if it's racing.
That's right. Hey, if there's money involved, let's do it. So one time a month, yearly fee only $35 to be a member.
Yes.
And so what are some of the events that you all have throughout the year? I know that you have some good food events.
Yes.
I mean, unless someone drops the stuff on the floor. We won't talk
That'll
about
happen.
that. James had to bring that up, didn't he?
But there's things we do throughout the year, like honor guard
Okay, can you explain that?
at funerals. We're the
Okay.
guys that go out there with the guns, along with the disabled American. We work, all of us veterans and all the organizations, we try to work together.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Because, like I said, a lot of people work. So we'll get this group, that group. But these veterans, as they pass on and stuff, they need that honor guard.
Sure.
I don't know how many, a lot of women will ask for that flag. I know when my dad passed away, that was one of the things Mom wanted,
Sure.
was that flag handed to her.
Yes.
And him, a WW2 veteran. His dad was a WW1 veteran.
Wow.
My oldest brother, Vietnam. So it's honor.
Yeah.
It's all about, and like you said, dinners. We used to have bingo, and that's why I'm asking you younger people, what can we do that will make you want to come to an American Legion meeting and have, like Jennifer says, have fun?
Yeah, just have fun, right?
Yeah. Maybe we'll throw pies or something one night.
Ooh, could we? Dunk tank. They shouldn't let us hang out, should they? You're going to go back to the meeting and say, well, we've come up with some great ideas. We're going to throw pies and...
Yeah. We like the flags of America. Everybody asks you, how do you dispose of a flag?
Yes.
Well, we hold a ceremony for that flag. You probably went by Manpower Park and seen the disabled American veterans and the American Legion and them out there in the park. That's a dead soldier.
You know, and it's very interesting because burning the flag is a proper way to do it, but burning a flag is also an insult to the flag.
Yeah.
So it has to be done in the ceremony in which you all take care of it.
Yes.
And what makes that different?
We'll play taps.
Okay.
We treat that flag like it's a soldier.
Okay.
Is what we are giving full honor to it.
Okay.
And then when you put your new one up, you're kind of starting all over like we're trying to start with the American Legion.
Love that. Yes, just going full circle.
Yeah, it's give a little, take a little, and have fun. No,
Yeah.
but I have fun with it. I know, like I told you, I've seen some of them get really heated because of what's going on. But when you get to questioning them, it's because they want to give.
Sure. So any conflict that might happen in a meeting is mostly because people are frustrated of how to get to the end goal,
Yes,
which is to help kids, to help the community.
that's it.
And that's the whole point.
There's no fist or nothing. They might get boisterous, but the others are there to just say, "Hey, you gotta calm down." Just take a chill pill and stand in the corner.
There you go. Put them in timeout for a minute.
But I understand why. But they gave all their, and like I said, they're in their 80s and 90s. And they gave all their, and they do not want to see this post end under them.
Sure.
So I'm doing what they asked me to do.
Well, I think it's fantastic. And again, if you have served in the military, if you're currently serving in the military, correct?
Yes.
You can be a member of the American Legion post right here in Jackson. And can you tell everyone where the post is, just in case they don't know?
185 Morton Street.
That's right. So if you go out toward like the Glass Garage, or you go out toward like Poplar Road Nursery, that's 93. Takes you out to the highway right outside of Jackson, and kind of over in Pickletown. And you'll be on if you're going toward the highway, you'll be on the left-hand side, kind of up on the hill a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where but that building is for sale right now.
Okay. But that doesn't mean you all are done. That means you're just moving somewhere else.
Well, we're going to hold.
Hopefully.
Yeah. It all depends on what happens. We're going to lock that money up. The only thing that can be used off of that money so far in all of our meetings is the interest off of that money of the sale of that building.
Okay.
Because somehow we've got to plan for the future in case their younger vets decide, hey, we need to do this. We don't want them to have to start from scratch.
Sure. You got to leave them with something, huh?
Yes. And once again, we get back to just have some fun. Younger veterans come and join with us. I don't care. We'll start a racetrack or something.
Hey, there you go. I'm thinking about all of these crazy things we can get into. But, okay, so you said something a minute ago, and I agree with you, but I also want to make the point that, you said you would like for the young folks to join so that you can learn from them, but it's also very important for the young folks to join so they can learn from you. And, you all are very wise. You've been there and done that, and you've seen a lot throughout your years. And,
Yes.
if everybody can learn from each other, that's the point.
Yes. This is something some of the older members asked me when I started this to get younger vets in. They said, well, what's in it for us? I said, hey, maybe we put a big screen TV in a building, put a high stake game on or something. I said, I don't drink beer or any kind of alcohol. I said, but I'll sit down with that veteran. I'll have me a soda pop.
Sure.
And talk with him. I said, but we will not allow drunkenness.
Well, there goes my ideas. No, I'm just kidding.
But that, how many people watch sport? Get a big screen TV in there. And all of us veterans get together and hey, yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. But we need you younger members to tell us what you want.
Yeah.
That's
because you guys just want to give back.
Yeah. And it's going to be to their kids. It won't be mine are 40 years old, 30 years old now.
A few years old.
Yeah. And even my grandkids a lot of them are in their 20s and stuff now. And it's going to be for the younger generation, whatever. You dads and mom, there's another thing. Moms that's been in the military and look what they could offer the American Legion.
Oh, yeah.
Because they know what kids need.
Sure.
Me as a man,
Not quite your department, is it?
no. That was my wife's department. Yes, Dad would help, but sometimes Dad didn't know what he was doing.
You just did what Mom said, and therefore you survived. But no, I think it's just everybody can learn from everybody else, and everybody can influence everybody else. Young, old, man, woman, child, doesn't matter. We all just need to get together and hang and learn from each other.
Yeah. And that's been another goal of mine. I want more women involved in the America, because they gave to their country.
Sure.
Just like I did. Mm-hmm. There's no difference. I want you to join this or take over.
Tell these men what to do.
Yeah. It won't bother me a bit.
You'd be very happy to step back for a second, huh?
Yeah. My wife's done it for years.
That's so funny. Well, very good. So if somebody is interested in finding out some more information about the Legion or whatever, how do they get a hold of you, or where should they go, or call, or whatever?
I live on Tropic Street in Jackson.
All right.
194 Tropic Street. And I'll tell you what, I'll just look up my phone number here.
You don't know your phone number?
No, not my own. I never call myself.
You are so funny.
There, I'll let you read that off.
Okay, let's see. Let me go back here. We went back to the... Let me get back. It went to that screen, so you'll have to get it off that screen, I think.
Crazy thing.
But your meeting's coming up on August 11th, right?
Yes.
All right, James. 740-978-3215 is Mr. Marshall Beatty's phone number.
And I will be glad to help them in any way I can.
Yeah. And then the meeting, as James just said, is August 11th, and that's at 7:00, right?
Yep.
And just anyone can attend, right?
Yeah.
If they are interested.
Yeah. And there's our whole schedule for this year.
Oh, okay.
Right down at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. So meetings April 14th, May 12th, June 9th, July 14th. Oh, let's see. That's probably already happened. August 11th is the meeting. September 8th, October 13th, November 10th, and December 8th. So you're not getting into Christmas as well. 7 p.m. and 185 Morton Street in Jackson, Jefferson Howe Post, American Legion Post 81. Very good.
You mentioned Christmas, Jen. We just got a question here. Rick Sims wonders if you've ever played Santa Claus, sir. He says you've got the perfect demeanor for it.
You would be a great Santa Claus.
I'll have to try that.
Getting you into something else.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be fun, though.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You would be a great Santa.
Especially the way I love kids. Yeah. I want to hear their stories about what they want.
Oh, we've heard some fun ones from our friend Santa when we went to visit him in Wellston. Santa had some fun stories to tell.
Yep, but that would be fun.
Yeah, see, there you go. We found you another job.
I get me a white beard.
Yep.
Might grow it. It turn gray.
Hey, it'd be great. It'd be pretty, wouldn't it?
The only problem I have is this hair.
Oh.
Have to get me a wig.
Yeah. I'd say that's possible. We could probably do that. Well, very good. So, is there anything else you would like our viewers to know while you're here?
I just want to know that the city of Jackson has gave a lot to us veterans.
Mm-hmm.
When we was younger, our teachers and stuff taught us the right ways. Our churches did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It's time to give back.
Love that.
And we need you guys' help. And ladies.
Right. And girls. That's exactly right. So show up to the meeting on August 11th. If you have any questions, you can just contact us here. We'll get you hold of Mr. Beatty there and as well. And, we just hope that a lot of people show up, turn out, because it's very important to keep the American Legion going as they give back so much to the community. And thank you so much for your service, first off. Before we even get to your American Legion stuff, because without folks like you, we wouldn't be sitting here today.
Well, it's an honor to do it.
Well,
this is what keeps America great.
It is. You're right.
I fly my flag. It's out front of I even got a Ukraine flag because they're fighting for their independence.
They
too.
are. They're fighting. Yes.
But my I got a bunch of little flags because of July. So yeah, this is an important month to me.
Yeah.
This is when America become America. So
yeah. And despite all the BS along the way, and God forbid you turn on the news, we're still the best country in the world. And a lot of folks, such as Mr. Beatty, fought for the freedoms and the rights that we have. So thank you for that.
Like I told you, it's an honor to do it. It's really an honor when you go take in military tests and stuff, and they say we accept you. Yeah. That is an honor. And then you take that oath to defend this great nation of ours, and that's never ending. Mm-hmm. So
that's right, because there's always somebody out there picking on us, right?
Yeah. Well, it can be out of country, in country.
Yep.
It could be somebody slipping into this country trying to take over.
You never know, do you?
But we have a lot of great veterans out there, and I think we got right here in this city.
Absolutely.
And they need to come to the American Legion and show it.
Let me ask you this. Now, is this just for people in the city of Jackson, or can...
Anybody in the surrounding... You can go to any post in America and join that post.
Okay, so you don't have to just be from Jackson.
No.
Just from the area.
Just from the...
Okay.
Yeah, you might live in Cleveland and decide to come down here.
Hey, come hang out in Appalach with us.
Yeah.
We're fun. We'll eat devil's food cake. It'll be great.
Yeah. Heck, we might go fishing or something.
That's right. We'll show you what a deer looks like.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, completely off the subject. Something happened to me this morning that's never happened ever. Are you a gardener?
No.
Oh, darn it. I need some gardening advice. I went out this morning and we have this beautiful garden, and the bunnies had picked every ripe tomato off of my vines and just destroyed them and left the carcasses for me to have to pick up this morning. So I was wondering what to do about the bunnies.
I bought some stuff called Liquid Fence.
Yeah, does it work?
It helps a little bit. Every time it rains, you got to apply it again.
Okay.
You can buy it in a spray bottle or like a powder.
Well, I was going to go out and visit our friends at Callahan Hardware and see if they could help me today.
But really, what they say
sad.
is you need a fence that's at least 4 feet tall and 2 feet deep. That's the only way to really stop them.
Okay. It was really sad. I was like, Jamie, our beautiful tomatoes are gone. He said, well, did they just...
get up and leave?
Yeah, well, he was like a bug ate them, or I'm like, no, like an animal ate them, because there's just tomato carcass everywhere.
Yeah, the deer have
It was
got,
so sad.
the deer have got my stuff a few times this summer.
Have they? Okay. All right. Well, there you go. We're gonna go to see our friends at Callahan Hardware. I thought maybe you would know.
I've had the same problem with tomato plants.
And I'm looking at the cats as they're sitting there outside, and I said, "Where were you last night?"
On vacation.
And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Do your job. Run those bunnies right off." Anyway, I digress. But thank you so much for spending your morning with us. We greatly appreciate it. And if you have any questions about the American Legion, please ask. Please show up on August 11th, and I think you'll be very happy that you did, and be part of giving back to our community as a veteran.
And thank you for doing this for us.
Well, of course, you come back and see us anytime. We'll have fun, won't we?
There we'll be in trouble.
Won't be the first time, right?
We'll bake a devil's food cake.
You got it. None of that angel stuff for us, huh?
No. Gotta have the ornery cake.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, let's go over while Mr. Beatty, we'll let him get out of here for the morning. And while we're doing that, let's look at our weather forecast. And it is looking temperature-wise very, very good for the rest of this week, even through the weekend. And today they are calling for some afternoon thunderstorms, so just be a little careful of that. If you see anything crazy going on, maybe just go inside for a little bit, because they are calling for some pop-up kind of crazy thunderstorms. But highs today only of 78, lows of 70. Tomorrow, same thing, some rain in the forecast, highs of 83, lows of 71. And as you can see on Thursday, about the same, highs of 83, lows of 70. And then kind of the same through the weekend, although Saturday is supposed to be kind of the nicest day of the weekend. Shocker. I don't know how that happened, because it never does. But it looks like some partly cloudy skies, highs only of 80 on Saturday. So we will take that. That will be fantastic. And that is to round up your Benton County Fair for the week. So a little rain in the forecast, but much milder temperatures. And that is very, very good.
Jen, I got some photos from Mr. Red Thompson
You,
from the Benton County Fair here. I think you've got.
I do.
I've got it here, and you've got the descriptions of what they are there too.
I do. Do you want me to kind of read the top of the story first, and then?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be great.
So, since our news guys are at the fair, they left a story though for us about the opening ceremonies yesterday of the Benton County Fair. It was in full throttle Monday afternoon, as the official opening was conducted at the Fern Kruger Building. Fair Board President Austin Owings hosted the proceedings, which served as the ceremonial start to the fair, which will continue through next Saturday, July 30th. The event was attended by Benton County office holders, Commissioners Tim Eberts and William Wellman, Sheriff Ryan Kane, Recorder Cody Yates, and Treasurer Vicki Maxwell. Also, 92nd District State Representative Mark Johnson was present, along with representatives from several state government offices. One of those was Kelly Johnson, as a representative of U.S. Senator Rob Portman. The event highlight was the reading of the 4-H pledge. Oh, do you know that?
Sure don't.
You need to learn it. By
Not in
Sierra
4-H.
Isaac.
I don't think I have to learn it.
Oh, I think you should anyway, because we could teach you here.
All right.
I have to see if I can remember it. And Sierra Isaac led the crowd in a speech outlining the letters in the flag that the flag represent. The letter F is for the freedom in which is afforded to all Americans. The letter L is for the love of God and the religious fiber that men and women display. The letter A stands for allegiance and the pride people display for their country. The letter G stands for glory. It represents the love and understanding people have toward each other. After her speech, she also led the crowd in the 4-H pledge. The raising of the United States 4-H and FFA flags concluded the ceremonies. The fair spotlights the best of Benton County youth through their year-round participation in 4-H and education programs. Owings also thanked all the people who support the fair events, as they are working to bring a quality lineup each year. Of course, for more coverage, you can Check out the Total Media platforms, the Telegram, the radio, and of course, right here on Main Street TV. And we'll keep you up to date on some of the latest and greatest of what was going on and what is to come at this year's Benton County Fair, because there is a lot going on. So thanks to Red Thompson for leaving us that. Also for the pictures. I think we were able to put some of those up.
Yeah, this is the best one though. We missed out on this when we went to the Jackson Fair. They didn't have any llama.
Why do we not have a llama at the Jackson County
know.
Fair?
We're gonna
What
have
the
to go-
heck?
We're gonna have to go meet this llama.
I want a llama.
Me too.
Huh. I think that was Anna Staten is her name. And thank you, Anna, for posing for the picture, because that's a lot of fun. So, all right, 4-H pledge. I can't remember it. I pledged my... You go down, I think.
You go what?
Down. So it's like my head to greater thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service. Did I forget one, folks? For my club, my community, my country, and my world. Okay, look it up. See if I got it.
I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, my health to better
Health.
living.
Forgot health.
For my
Ugh.
club, my community, my country, and my world.
I did it all but the health part.
If you say so.
You didn't hear me say it?
No, I didn't hear any of that.
Well, rewind the tape.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't have that. We don't have instant replay technology here.
I just forgot health. And there's the 4 H's, not 3 H's. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Head, heart, hands, health. Got all that?
I got it.
Were you ever in 4-H?
Negative. My mom did a lot of FFA stuff, but I was never involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
City boy.
Yep. Big city of Oak Hill.
Big city Oak Hill boy.
Yep.
Well, today at the Benton County Fair is Tuesday, and that means that beginning in a few minutes, the poultry show will be in the show arena starting at 10 a.m. You and I were talking about this. This would be fun.
Poultry?
No, laser tag.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It's open from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's also the petting zoo where I think you can find the llama.
Find that llama.
Yes, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Pony rides are $5. 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Dino Roar.
Sounds pretty cool.
Roar.
That was good.
It's not as good as
Ugh.
Roar.
Dino Roar. Get your tickets now.
Roar. Oh no, not another week of it.
We're
Dino
bringing
Roar.
it back, guys. Hope you weren't sick of it.
Right. Shows 11 a.m. at 2 p.m. and also at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Cloverbud games at noon today, and from 4 to 11, the rides will be open. At 5 tonight, the sheep show. Then at 7 p.m. tonight, the goat show. So they're doing all of that. So they're doing
Okay.
poultry, sheep, and goats today
That's a
at
lot.
the Benton County Fair. That is a lot of showing today. And then featured entertainment for tonight at this year's Benton County Fair, the OMTPA Truck and Tractor Pulls
Which
at
stands
the Knox
for?
Pulling Stage. Ohio Modified Truck and Tractor Pulling Association.
Nailed it. Yes.
It's kind of like that kid.
Yep.
My name is.
Yeah.
So so lots and lots of stuff going on at the Benton County Fair. So tractor pulls tonight. Featured entertainment tomorrow will be the Broken Horn Rodeo.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. So that'll be a good time as well. Lots and lots of fun things. These county fairs are just so much fun. Plus you can eat good food. And I haven't asked Rodney what he's gotten
He's
into
talking biscuits and
food-wise.
gravy this morning.
Is he? Love biscuits and gravy.
So I had the picture, but I forgot to put it up. I encourage everyone to go to Jeremiah's Facebook page and look at his porterhouse meme.
Oh no.
He's got that picture of him from last Monday at the Jackson County Fair looking exhausted, and the The caption says, when you've been at the county fair all week and it's only 8:30 on
On
Monday.
I think I did see that.
He just looked, I mean, it was raining that day, but he just
looked
looks
horrible.
wiped.
So funny. Yep, that's a good one.
So funny. But yeah, he was out there again this morning. They'll be back out there from 2 to 4, I think, today.
Great.
Red Thompson is on the scene now, I believe.
Well, if Fred Thompson's on the scene, you can bet it's a party.
It's true.
And I can guarantee you he has found some good food.
He's found the biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. Red Thompson does not go anywhere without finding some food. So there you go. So what the heck else is going on?
That's a good question, Jen. I don't know if you saw this on Saturday, had kind of a cool event up downtown on Main Street. They had the Take Me Back car show.
Yes.
They had the Appalachian Old Car Club.
Very fun.
That was really neat.
Yes.
All kinds of old cars. I don't know. I don't have the photos here to show us.
It was a cruise-in, if you will,
Yeah,
kind of
cruise-in.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So drive your car in. They showed a movie
Yeah.
at the Marquee.
Yeah, they showed Singing in the Rain. I'm not sure what that had to do with old cars. I think
It's
it
an
was,
old movie?
I think it was
Oh.
more just that it was an old movie that they could get permission to show, I
Yeah,
think, is
maybe.
kind of where that came from. But it was really cool. I mean, I know your dad used to show like classic cars and stuff like that. Do you remember like what some of his cars were?
Yes, of course. He had several 57 Chevys.
Mhm.
He had a 55 T-Bird that was really cool. And the fun fact about the T-Bird, if
Yeah.
you showed it here locally, I would have to drive it because he and Steve couldn't fit into it because it was so tiny. So he'd have to call me and say, hey, can you drive
Yeah.
that down to the park and leave it?
That's hilarious. Man.
So because, and I don't know why, but T-Birds, of course, they were very small, very cool cars.
Mm-hmm.
But the steering wheel on that sucker is like that big.
It's
So
like
it's like it sits in your lap
it's
kind
like-
of thing.
It's like the wheel on a big boat.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
It's like a big
boat.
wooden.
Yeah, it was like that. So when you get into it, like getting into it's hard enough because it sits really low, but then the steering wheel is so big and it's just
Yeah.
sitting like right there. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was funny. But he would be like, I need you to drive
Yeah.
that car down. But yeah, 57 Chevys, a lot. He had several of those. The one that was super duper nice, he had one that was turquoise and white. I think you saw it up at the station. Not
Probably.
the actual car, but the pictures and
Photo,
all that.
yeah.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
ended up actually selling that and made it on at the Barrett Jackson auction. I think he sold it, and they put him on ESPN.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen.
pretty neat.
Yeah, I have seen those big car auctions on TV a few times.
Mhm.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, there's Dad. Cool."
It is cool. is
but
cool.
it was a very nice car. So,
Yeah.
um,
So if you were going to get a classic car, what would
oh,
it be?
Oh, it would be a muscle car for sure.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Well, growing up, I had a Camaro, so
Yeah.
I certainly would definitely be 68 Camaro is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, GTOs are awesome 'cause they were
Yeah.
just fast and
Uh huh.
bad A, you
Yeah.
know. But definitely a muscle car.
Yeah.
For sure. What about you?
So I have two answers to this question.
Okay.
One, it would be like a movie car replica. So
Like
I'd
the
do,
Smokey and the Bandit
so I'd,
car?
Yeah, so I'd get like the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am.
Yes.
Or like the Ghostbusters car, or like the 60s Batman car, or something like that. So that's one answer.
How about the family truckster from Vacation?
You know, dead grandma strapped
Yeah,
on top.
Man, Edna. Wouldn't that be funny if you went to a car show
Dude.
and had like a mannequin that you strapped to the top of it?
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
What if anyone's ever done that?
I am sure that's been done.
Such a good idea. Though. Anyway, go ahead.
And
Second
then the second one is like an old like conversion, like 80s conversion van.
Yeah, like the
'Cause-
Mystery Machine or something.
Yeah, kind of like, I mean, that's more like 60s.
Yeah,
but
that
yeah.
would be younger than that, wouldn't
But
it?
because I remember like my grandpa having one of those, like I don't know, like 86 or something like that, like Chevy van when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And like we always took it on vacation and had like the brown curtains
Yeah.
and like big, like heavy, like living room carpeting in it. And like
Yeah.
everything's wooden and it's got ashtrays and
Oh, forgot about the ashtrays.
Yeah.
That's so funny that, I mean, even cars like up to recent had like cigarette lighters in them
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm like, and ashtrays.
Yeah.
They don't have those
Ashtrays.
anymore.
But I would like more so. I want to have like a modern vehicle that's decked out to look like that.
Yeah, so you have the amenities of it
Right.
being like, being
But yeah,
new,
make
but
it into be a little more efficient on the road, and that sort of thing.
you're right. It would be fun to do like, you and I have talked about the Sprinter vans that people
Yeah.
are getting, like those Mercedes Sprinter vans.
something like that, and do it up to look like an '80s conversion van.
Yeah.
and then like take it to Hocking Hills or wherever for the weekend.
That would be cool. Get on that, James.
Yep. I'm gonna need a few raises.
Go buy you one of those Mercedes Sprinter vans. I mean,
Yeah.
it's only about
Well, yeah, if you can
20,000 just for
if
the
you
van.
can find one, it's only about 100,000.
It's only about 100,000 just
and that's
for the van.
like and then you have to pay another company to like deck it out for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
No problem.
No biggie.
But I will say a lot of people are switching over from like the big class, is it class A motorhomes, the great big ones that look like tour
Yeah.
buses and stuff, to those Sprinter vans because, and I didn't realize this because I'm not a camper, but I have a lot of friends that are, and they say that a lot of the national parks and things, especially during COVID, but just in general, won't let those big motorhomes in because they just don't have the space for them. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are switching back to the smaller vans
Oh yeah.
and stuff like that because you can park them
There's-
places.
Yeah, you can park it more
You can park
places.
them anywhere.
You can still take a lot of stuff with you. I mean, you could still, some of those big RVs have like a full-on kitchen in them, but
Yeah.
you might not be able to fit an oven in a
Yeah, but I
Sprinter,
mean,
but you
even
can have
if
a
you have an
microwave and a
induction
coffee
burner
pot.
and a little
Yeah.
fridge and whatever. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. I mean, I guess it's like whatever camping you're into, but I just feel like I would draw the line at not having a bathroom.
Well,
That would be rough.
I mean, park somewhere that's got a bathroom.
As
I
a
guess.
girl, it's really bad.
Yeah. Eh,
Guys can kind of just,
Yeah.
y'all have an advantage.
Yeah. That's probably true.
Yeah.
But, it's more of a glamorized thing in my mind than something I'm actually going to
Something
do.
you're actually going to do. If I had like $100,000, I would probably not spend it on that.
Yeah.
Maybe you would. I don't know.
I don't know.
But-
I mean, if it was the only $100,000 I had, probably not. But if I had some other
If I had
money
several
somewhere,
hundred
if I had
grand.
several hundred, I probably would.
Well, I don't think any of us have to worry about that.
No,
so
not
it's
anytime soon. I don't
fine.
think that's a problem I'm gonna have.
So I would go with muscle car. You would go more like movie replica car.
Yeah, or big ugly van.
I do say or big ugly van.
Yeah,
If one could find, not so interested in the Dukes of Hazzard car, but we all did all grow up watching that, obviously. But the Confederate flag probably get you in a lot of trouble nowadays. But the Smokey and the Bandit car, I don't think there was any person on earth that didn't want that car.
yeah.
With the T-tops and that was just
I remember we have to look up what it went for, but I remember like a few years before he died, Burt Reynolds like auctioned off his like replica that he owned.
His car.
Can you imagine
No.
like-
that would
like owning Burt Reynolds' actual Trans Am?
be cool.
Can you imagine how much that sold for?
No. I cannot.
Yeah.
But no, that would be. And it's funny how, and I love we got on the subject because of the cruise in, but it's so neat to see the huge variety of cars and what those mean to individuals and like why they have that particular vehicle. The problem is, classic cars are not going to continue to really exist because, I mean, what are people going to drive in their Hyundai that looks exactly like the BMW, that looks exactly like the Buick?
Yeah, I mean, there are some modern cars that are unique, but it's different.
Definitely
And
different. Like
yeah.
it used to be, you knew exactly what that car was driving down the road.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there are some things like that get like the Toyota FJ Cruiser, for example. Like that's a modern car that has that sort of following to it because they stopped making it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like old style Broncos or
Oh my God. If I could get that would be my other choice.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that one.
Or like the early, like late 80s, early 90s SUVs and things like that. I mean, that stuff's kind of becoming classic now.
Isn't that scary that the cars that like the so one of my friends has my old high school car.
Yeah.
And
Still has it.
Mm-hmm. And I noticed that his son drove it to prom recently.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that the tags on the car said historic. And I was like, because you could get those plates for an old car. And it's like cheaper, I think, or whatever. And I was like,
it's hilarious.
So, but if you think about it, I graduated from high school a few years ago, and that car was a few years old when I got it. So, it is historic. But I just thought that was so funny. What?
Nothing. Huh? Well, hey, that's time, everybody.
How are the Reds doing?
Not very good, I don't think.
Let's rub that in.
They beat. They won 2 out of 3 from the Yankees.
Oh, well, that's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
They lost the one that my parents went to, though.
Of course. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
You know what? If you want to have a lot of fun, go to a Paints game, go to a Clippers game. You can spend a lot less money and have just as much fun.
Reds tickets are pretty cheap right now.
Oh, they probably are.
You get Reds tickets for like $8 right now.
Well, typically
you're
not,
gonna be sitting real high up there, but you ain't gonna have to spend a whole lot to get in the stadium. You're gonna have to spend $30 to park. But
other than that, you're all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to Mr. Beatty for coming in today.
Yes.
Talking about the American Legion and educating us on that. And thank you, veterans, to all of you for your service as well, because we wouldn't sit here running our mouths if it weren't for them. So, all right. Well, have a great day. Tomorrow we have.
We're talking Pig Iron Day tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think we're going to talk more classic cars too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love that. All right. So we'll have some special guests tomorrow in the studio, and we look forward to it. Get out to the Vinton County Fair and enjoy and
the rain.
Have a good time. The rain.
Enjoy the rain.
Yeah. It's only going to rain sometimes.
Most of the times, I think. Bye.